Max and Ruby continued down the winding path, their footsteps light on the soft forest floor. The air was cool and crisp, filled with the earthy scent of moss and damp leaves. The deeper they ventured, the more magical the forest seemed. The trees grew closer together, their trunks twisted and gnarled, with glowing mushrooms clinging to their bark. Flowers with rainbow-colored petals swayed in the breeze, and the sound of distant, gentle chimes echoed through the trees, as if the forest itself was singing. Max's tail wagged with excitement. Everything about this place felt like an adventure waiting to happen. But there was something else, too, something more mysterious. He could feel that the forest was alive, watching him, waiting for them to discover its secrets. "Are we getting closer?" Max asked, his voice full of wonder as he gazed around. Ruby, who was hopping ahead, turned and smiled. "We're getting close to the heart of the forest, where all the magic begins. But the path isn't always easy. There are challenges ahead, and we'll need to work together to get through them." Max nodded eagerly, his ears perked up. "I'm ready. What do we need to do?" Ruby paused and looked ahead, her nose twitching as she sniffed the air. "We have to cross the misty hollow," she said softly. "It's a tricky place. The mist is thick and can confuse you. But don't worry. If we stick together and trust each other, we'll make it through." Max wasn't sure what to expect, but he trusted Ruby's word. Together, they pressed forward, and soon the forest grew darker, the trees thickening overhead to block out most of the light. A soft, swirling mist began to appear at their feet, creeping up like tiny tendrils of smoke. It was cool to the touch, and it made the air smell damp and strange. As they walked deeper into the mist, the world around them began to feel different. Max could no longer see the path clearly, and even the sounds of the forest seemed muffled, as if the mist was swallowing everything up. "Stay close to me, Max," Ruby called out from somewhere in the mist, her voice soft and reassuring. "Don't let the mist trick you. It can make things look strange, but if we trust each other, we'll be okay." Max's heart was racing a little as the mist thickened around them. The trees seemed to twist and change shape in the fog, and strange shadows darted just beyond his vision. Every now and then, he thought he saw a glowing pair of eyes watching him from the mist. But whenever he turned, nothing was there. "Ruby, are you still there?" Max called out, his voice feeling small in the heavy air. "Right here," Ruby's voice answered, close by. "The mist can make it hard to see, but we're getting through it. Keep walking, Max, and keep following my voice." Max took a deep breath and kept moving forward. His paws felt heavy in the mist, but he focused on Ruby's voice, her bright, cheerful tone guiding him through the fog. Step by step, they moved further into the hollow. Suddenly, the mist parted just enough for Max to see something strange ahead, two glowing eyes, much larger than any creature he had ever seen. They blinked slowly, then disappeared back into the fog. Max froze. "Ruby," he whispered urgently. "Did you see that?" Ruby's voice came through the mist, calm and steady. "Yes, I saw it. It's the Hollow Keeper, a magical creature who guards the misty hollow. Don't be afraid, Max. He's just testing us. If we can stay focused and not get scared, we'll pass through." Max's heart thudded in his chest, but he didn't want to let his fear take over. He nodded and took a deep breath, pushing forward. His eyes strained to see through the thick mist, but it was hard to make out anything clearly. The mist swirled again, and suddenly, the ground beneath Max's paws shifted. He stumbled, almost losing his balance. Ruby leapt forward, her quick paws catching Max's and steadying him. "Stay close," she said, her voice firm. "The Hollow Keeper is trying to confuse us, but we'll be fine. Just stay on the path I'm leading you down, and trust me." Max nodded, feeling a surge of confidence in Ruby's words. He focused on her every movement, following her light footsteps through the mist. They moved slowly, carefully, avoiding the strange, glowing eyes that seemed to appear at random. The Hollow Keeper was watching him, but Max refused to let the mist trick him. He trusted Ruby, and that was all that mattered. After what felt like an eternity, the mist began to lift. The trees around them started to clear, and Max could see the path ahead once again. The sun's light filtered through the canopy above, casting beams of gold on the forest floor. The eerie feeling that had surrounded them seemed to fade, and the air felt lighter. Ruby stopped and turned to Max with a smile. "We made it. The Misty Hollow is behind us. Now we're closer to the heart of the forest." Max let out a relieved sigh. "That was amazing, but also kind of scary. I'm glad we made it through." Ruby laughed softly. "It's all part of the adventure, Max. But we've still got more to go. We're almost there." Max's tail wagged with excitement. He had made it through the Misty Hollow, and he was getting closer to the magical acorn. The forest was full of surprises, but he felt more ready than ever to face whatever came next.